Hello and welcome to the 2022 Commonwealth Esports Championship. I'm Atomo. Joining me is Aki. How are you doing today?
I'm quite good, and I'm very excited to see these teams play for today. Actually, before anything else, I think Otomi, you have something to share about the tournament, right?
Yeah, today the Commonwealth Esports Championship will be looking at different regions, and the
Yeah.
winners of these regions will be going all the way to Birmingham. So today we're going to be looking at Southeast Asia, which is Malaysia versus Brunei. The winner of
Mm-hmm.
this best of three goes all the way straight away to Birmingham. The competition will be held in England on the 6th and 7th of August, which is my birthday, by the way.
Oh,
So
advance happy birthday then.
oh, thank you. For like 3 months from now, but yes, and it
Yeah.
will take place on the International Convention Center, and it's going to be the very first championship that we have. So I mean, that's going to be awesome. All these countries
Yeah.
getting to play together and then represent themselves in England. It's not going to be just one game, of course. Even though we love Dota, there are other games out there in the universe. For this term, it's going to be the eFootball series as well as Rocket League. Do you play any
Rocket.
of these games?
Only Dota 2. I
Yeah,
don't play football and Rocket League.
I played Rocket League. Rocket League is great. Rocket League is so much
Yeah.
fun. So I'm glad to see that it's going to be there. And of course, this term is supported by the British Esports Federation as well as by the Business and Tourism Program. And yeah, that's the Commonwealth. I mean, I'm glad to see that. I always love when there's tournaments that have nationalities. Like different countries playing against different
Going to
countries,
represent their countries and carry their
right?
flag.
Yeah, it's not like
Yeah.
just by regions. Like now here, it's like Malaysia versus Singapore, Thailand versus Philippines, and especially in Southeast Asia where we have so many different countries in just one location. So it's jam packed by like rivalries and friendship and stories like that. So I like seeing it.
Yeah. Also, I would like to add what I was about to say earlier is that I'm excited for this one because we haven't seen these teams played before,
Mm,
right? This is the first game, and this will be their first time to face each other for the qualifiers on the championships on Birmingham. And I'm keen to see if there will be new stuff that we can witness in their games today. And as for the players, the names are quite unfamiliar to me, but who
mm.
knows that this might be their stepping stone to get into the higher tier pro games.
Yeah, it's always nice when you see those initiatives because the DPCs, everyone's like looking at the DPCs, like
Yeah.
DPC to TI, but we always talk about we want more third-party tournaments, more tournaments that are outside of Valve's control. So it's like you said, it's a great initiative. The fact it also focuses on sort of the countries themselves, grow each country. That's also great. But you were
Mhm.
talking about the new heroes being seen. There has been a new patch, 7.31C. And did anything stick out to you in the patch? Did you read anything? You're like, yes, that's going to be important.
Yeah, what I'm keen to see for this patch is I think there would be more Spirit Brothers in
Hmm.
this patch because Tiny, that Prophet and Sand King were nerfed, and we all know that it's one of their counters.
Mm.
And with Ember Spirit being nerfed, but it's not that big nerf for
No,
him.
it wasn't. Yeah.
He still can dominate the game, and it's just a sleight of fist, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah, it's
And
the earlier damage. Like max level stays the same damage, so it's
yeah.
not that bad. Like you can max it out at 7 or 10, and it's fine.
Yes, and also I'm expecting to see those two carries because I'm really bored with those TA stuff, those Medusa stuff. I want to see some new heroes today, like Sven or Spectre with their
Mhm.
new buff, and yeah.
Oh, I don't understand. How can you be bored of Medusa in every single game? It's Medusa and Tiny is like, do you need more than? I don't know why Dota even has more than two carries. Just Medusa and Tiny. Everyone else should just be gray. It's like you can't pick them. Just Medusa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Aren't you getting bored watching Medusa farm all the time?
and when she shows up with Scotty, you see it's all like this colors coming out. You're like, all right, that's the game. That's Dota. Yeah, I feel the same. I'm glad that I thought support Sven might be interesting because the shard gives
Support
you
Sven.
seven passive armor all the time. Warcry gives you a bit more movement speed, so I thought that was kind of cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the Bloodseeker's Aghanim's got a nice buff. It does more damage to enemies, does less damage to himself. I actually wrote an article about it. I thought that I said on paper it's the worst Aghanim Scepter upgrade in the game because it used to damage Bloodseeker more than the enemy. So I'm glad that that was changed. And there were quite a few nerfs, right?
Yeah.
I mentioned Medusa.
Actually, the Harpy Scout, and
Yes.
there were items that got buffed in this patch, especially the rate pack. Is that correct?
Yes,
They're
that's very
way
fine. Yes.
back, so we might see some chance
Mm.
and stuff. But with that nerf on the Harpy Scout, I think it's still relatively good in the game.
Yeah.
The vision is just decreased, but yeah, it's still good because it still gives you vision.
And it's flying vision as well, but it's a big nerf when it used to be 1800, 1800
Mhm.
daytime, nighttime. Now it's 1200, 800. And it's like, yeah, the vision at night is less than half. So it's not quite the way it used to be, but it is flying vision. When you see high ground, you just need to put a lot closer to the base so you can see where they are. So
Mhm.
I mean, it's good. It's worth taking. It's worth using. But like you said, it's like, is it the core? We used to see supports get Helm of Dominator, like Weaver support, get Helm of Dominator just to get the Harpy Scout.
But
And
I
I
think
think,
that's really expensive and it's not
yes.
that ideal for a support to go straight up to
Mm.
a Helm of Dominator. I think it's still they still need some basic stuff like boots and all those defensive items just because they're supports.
Yeah, but it used to be worth it just because of how much vision. But now
Yeah.
it's like you said, it's like, are you really gonna get rid of boots and get rid of like four staff just to get a Harpy Scout that gives you way less vision? So I'm
Yeah.
glad. Like the Harpy Scout was too strong. Death
Yeah.
Prophet was also fixed. The
Yes.
exorcism no longer deals double damage to buildings,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought that was like, I like it though. I kind of wish that Death Prophet didn't get so nerfed. Even Spirit Siphon lost a bit of life
Yeah. It's
leech.
really important in terms of laning stage.
Mhm.
That Spirit Siphon.
Yeah, it's like you lose quite a bit. In the meantime, though, I did like Phoenix getting buffed. You get like 5 damage from Icarus dive, but I
Mm-hmm.
feel like Phoenix deserves a bit of love. Like no one's been picking Phoenix. I feel bad for the chicken. It's like he used to be a Phoenix. Now he's more of like a fat turkey that
Yeah.
no one wants.
I think it's because of the mana cost as well, and also Phoenix is a slow snowballing
Yeah,
support. Yeah,
but
as for me.
the Phoenix Egg is so good. Like that's the thing. As long as the Supernova exists, it's always going to be a good hero. But they nerfed Icarus dive. Used to be 1400 like dive.
Mhm.
Now it's like 1100 to 1400. So people have to max that earlier. It's just not as good. And uh, I hope he gets. I hope the bird gets one or two more buffs and before TI, so we can actually see Phoenix there. Like TI
Yeah.
is not TI without Phoenix.
Yes, I agree with you. And also, I think we might see some Earthshakers today
Mm,
because of the Fissure, the Manicus was reduced from 120 and stuff. And just because Earthshaker has a low mana pool, it's
yes.
really a nice thing for him that the mana cost was reduced, so he can just spam out those Fissures
Mm.
and stuff.
Especially because you see like some players are going for the tranquil boots on Earthshaker. They're not going for the old arcane boot style. They're like going tranquil boots, maybe get a soul ring into blink dagger, and with mana cost reduction, like with mana issues, you have to do that. But now you can say maybe I don't have to get a soul ring. I can get maybe a null talisman. Null talisman is so efficient nowadays in terms of how much it reduces
Mhm.
mana cost as well as
Yeah,
gives you so much mana. So he might be able with just a null talisman enough to go to the blink dagger. So I
yeah.
I hope so. Uh,
I hope.
I'm I'm kind of what you I was well, besides the hero you said Tiny and Medusa you're sick of them. Which other heroes were you like? Yes, I'm tired of seeing this hero. I always felt Enchantress was boring. I hate seeing Enchantress. I wish Bambi would die. I wish she'd do like Bambi's mother and just die, and you never see her again. But yeah, I don't like
He's
Bambi at all.
such a boring support, but she does so much in terms of map control.
Mm,
Especially if you have a farmer carry in the opposite team.
yes,
And the enchantress do so much in the early stage, and I would like to see as well the heroes that has the big skills like Enigma or Shaker. You know that those heroes that can
the
do
big
the
ultimates.
highlight plays.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like I mean, Enigma did get buffed. His Eidolons do give. I think they give less gold. They have more magic resistance, but I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Maybe they're hoping that we nerf Chen, so Enigma shows up because he's sort of like the creep hero as well, where the creeps are very important. But yeah, I mean, I do miss those big ultimates. It does feel like right now the meta is very carry and mid centered. You don't see
Yeah,
those big, like you said,
those, but I think
echo.
pick offs in the early game is
Mm.
really important. Yeah. And also I would like to add Lycan. I think we're going back to the Zoom meta
Yeah.
that we witnessed before because all those heroes with controlled units are showing up again.
Lycan, he got the Aghanim Shard is better, and he also attacks a bit faster. The wolf that he summons. I hope not. Like if you look at Dota buff, almost every patch he's the top of the win rate, even though he's not picked competitively because pro players have a brain, so they know how to counter him. But in pubs, it's like everyone's like, "Oh my god, he's pushing! I don't know what to do." People teleport, people split up, people try to fight. So very annoying in the pub scene, but. I hope he doesn't get buffed. Yeah, I hate the zoom meta. The zoom meta is too much for
The
me.
zoom meta is too much. It makes my computer lag.
Right?
And
It's like oh.
mhm.
Yeah, you open the game and there's all these creeps. Actually, they did nerf the zoom meta because they nerfed the Dark Troll Warlord, the Troll Summoner.
Oh
It used to summon those skeletons, and they do use rally. They do so much damage. You see towers just melt. So I don't know if we're gonna get the zoom meta. They did buff the, like you said, the Wraith Pack though, and here we are.
yeah.
We are gonna go into the draft though. So it's gonna be Malaysia
Oh,
versus Brunei.
and just what we are talking about is the Enchantress being the first ban of Team Malaysia. But the bans, I think it will depend on the player's preference. I think not because of the meta.
10 seconds
Yes.
remaining.
It's also because we just got a new patch. Teams are like, okay, maybe Sand King is very strong, but I don't know how to play Sand King. I'll still play Tide Hunter or Centaur.
Mm.
So I think the same. And Keeper of the Light, like you said, this hero did get nerfed. I think he lost some movement speed and some chakra magic regeneration, but still being picked because he's such a popular meta hero.
Yeah, and also in the pub games, there were players who are using Keeper of the
10
Light as
seconds
mid
remaining.
laner. He's really strong in terms of burst, in terms of magical damage, and it's really versatile because you can adjust him to a support or a core, depending on what the other team will pick.
I believe that it was Tundra's 9 who started the Keeper of the Light mid thing.
Yeah.
He used to get like 3 null tiles back when they used to give you magic damage. It just runs around. And Illuminate used to do 525. You get 10% extra. You get Dagon. Very powerful. Brunei, Trinity Protector, and Medusa. So pretty good laning stage with these two heroes. Very difficult for any melee laner to go up against them.
I think Team Brunei was really confident with this Medusa for picking this early on.
Mm.
Like Team Malaysia can still adjust their picks. They can go for something like carries that can build some diffusal blade.
Mhm.
Anti-mage is still open, and I think Team Brunei needs to ban
Radiant
that
team
hero
ban.
for the next phase.
Oh, they go for the Tusk. So they open. I think these are both the supports they're having. Tusk as well as the Keeper of the Light. Of course, like you said, they could be the Keeper of the Light mid.
Mhm.
But I feel like when you open up with that, it's more likely to be a support. But we'll find out. I'm worried if Malaysia goes for any sort of melee offlaner. I don't think Treant Protector and Medusa are like a Timber Saw or an Underlord or any of these, or Mars can lane against them. I think they're gonna have to get something like a Viper, maybe even a Necrophos, just so they can survive the lane.
I'm thinking of other offlaners that can go up against Medusa.
10 seconds remaining.
There are no stuns though, so at least if you can get something like a Spirit Breaker and always run away, but Spirit Breaker is definitely
And
not.
also they have Tusk already, so I think the off lane would be pretty strong. They
Mm.
can lane up against Trent and Medusa.
Yeah, Medusa, she's okay as a laner. Like you have a lot of slows, but there is a bit of a lack of damage in the laning stage for these two heroes.
I'm thinking of Axe for Team Malaysia. He can just grab those creeps and let the creeps goes onto
10
Medusa's
seconds
tower
remaining.
Mm.
and stuff like that. And Tuskar can just go lane up
5
against the
seconds
Medusa, and
remaining.
Axe can just go back to. Is that backdoor? Is that the right term?
Yeah, I understand. Like if he cuts the creeps, Medusa's going to be forced to be under tower to get her own
Yeah.
creeps. She won't be able to because if the creep waves move naturally, she'll be able to harass and get the CS that she needs. But if you split her up, that could be. I like the idea. Axe got nerfed though, which I was surprised
Yeah.
by. I thought that I didn't think he deserved a nerf in the game.
Yeah. I haven't seen any Axe heroes during the past patch, and I'm quite interested why he got nerfed for this one.
10 seconds.
Probably Ice Frog. He was playing a pub game and he was up against he was
He
up
got
against
lost to an Axe.
he was up against a Smurf Axe. And the Smurf axe just destroyed him. He's like, you know, that's no more axe. So he just
Mm.
nerfed him like that. Well, we are getting pretty, almost done with the second phase of bans Mars and Leshrac being banned by Malaysia, whereas Brunei getting rid of the Ember Spirit as well as the Invoker. So lots of mid lane bans coming out from the Brunei side, and that might be sort of understandable. I believe the mid laner for
Yeah.
Malaysia is
Maybe
like,
maybe they are familiar with their mid laner, with Malaysia's mid laner.
yeah, I believe it's Wonder Boy who's their mid laner. At least I'm looking at their information. Like, yeah, that guy, he's playing mid 100% of the time. So yeah, probably they know what he's picking. And if you have like some of the apps, you can see that yes, he picks Ember Spirit a lot, Invoker, Void Spirit, like the spirits, and as well as Invoker and Queen of Pain. So they just want to make sure Wonder Boy doesn't have a hero he can play.
And before we proceed on to the draft, I just want the viewers to know that we are also live on Twitch. Search for twitch.tv/GEF. We're also live on YouTube. Just search for Commonwealth Esports Championships. And I'm watching the YouTube stream right now, and we have some friends here cheering up for their friends. They're cheering for Malaysia. My friend is playing. He's from Brunei. What's up, guys?
Oh man, I mean, I'm sure that chat will be very friendly to each other. When different countries play, people are always so supportive and loving. So I'm sure that's gonna continue today.
Mhm.
Yeah, Anti-Mage you talked about is banned, but I believe Ursa's still in the pool. Ursa, pretty good with the Diffusal Blade, one of the better heroes to have against Medusa. I believe that Team Spirit, when they played against Mind Games, they picked Ursa against Medusa. Medusa wants to farm, but that means Ursa can take Roshan, can get that. He's great with the one-on-one against Medusa. Like, Medusa's good spread damage, but she's not the most amazing one versus one hero. So having Ursa elevates that problem.
Also, I'm quite interested if Team Malaysia will go for a Templar Assassin pick, because he can just go farm together with the Medusa, and we can just witness a team fight in the early mid game or until the late game.
They go. Brunei goes with the Vengeful Spirit, so I think that's going to be the Vengeful Spirit.
Oh, the aura.
Yeah, position 4, Vengeful Spirit. Could be an offlaner. I don't think it's going to be a mid, though. It could be either offlane or position 4. The aura, like you said, is really good. I love the shard. I feel like Vengeful Spirit has one of the best shards in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the stun into 2. You can swap someone if they're caught in the ice shards, or if the Keeper of Light Solar affects them for a while. Saves the Medusa. I like it. And I do feel like they needed some sort of stunning hero to get that. The Grimstroke comes out.
Oh, that's a nice pick. If the game goes to the late game, he can just go for an Aghanim Scepter, and that Dark Portrait will do so much in the team fights.
It's also really good just to put on the Tuskar, the Inkswell, since Tuskar's gonna dive in, and they go for the Void Spirit next. So far, though, I believe the only Grimstroke Soulbind combo that you have is the double Solar. Was it Solar Bind from Keeper of the Light? What's it called? It's not Solar Bind, something else. It's Solar something. Either way, but
the slow
that's
stuff.
slow. There you go. The W. The Keeper of the Light W. Yeah, that's the only thing. I don't believe Tusk can make 2 snowballs. Like he's like I can't split it to 2 people. And Void Spirit has nothing as well. So not the best combo.
Not the best carry, I think. For me, go up against Medusa in terms of farming as well, because Void Spirit, he needs to have his laning stage to be perfect, and he needs some farming items. Unlike Medusa, she just needs to max the split shot, and she can just go idle farm in the jungle. And looking nice for Brunei for picking up this Night Stalker. They can just go aggressive in the early game while Medusa is farming.
By the way, check it out. It's Grimstroke, Tusk, and Keeper of the Light. One of these heroes is a core, which is not something we see. These are all typically support heroes. Like you said, though, Keeper of the Light has been played mid. We've seen Grimstroke mid. We've seen Tusk in the off lane, but it's still always a bit special, because it's just not common to see these heroes as a core. And sorry.
Keeper of the Light has the higher chance to be a core here, or I think Tuskar.
I think Tusk. I feel like Tusk because Void Spirit mid, Tusk off lane, Keeper of the Light as a position 5, Grimstroke as a position 4. I think that would be the most. That makes the most sense to me.
And Keeper of the Light is strong against Night Stalker in the lane.
10 seconds
So
remaining.
I think they can go for that. But we're waiting for the last ban
5
of Team
seconds
Brunei.
remaining.
They going for the last pick for their mid lane.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, for the both of the teams.
But no, I believe probably Malaysia needs a carry, right? Because Void Spirits usually play in the mid, so they need a carry from Malaysia.
Radiant team
And yeah, that's why they banned the anti-mage. And they banned the Ursa. We talked about this earlier. Said Ursa's pretty good against Medusa. So there he goes. And who else? They're going to ban another mid for Malaysia side. There are not many mids left, though, right? Like, all the spirits are banned or picked.
Kunkka is
10
Kunkka and
seconds
Lina is still in
remaining.
the pool.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the Kunkka would be very good. Like, that's pretty much
5
the only
seconds
thing, right?
remaining.
Of the two, I always prefer Kunkka more than the Lina. What about you?
Kunkka is very tanky, and as well he can snowball into early game. Just need some sort of items, and that will depend on to the rune, the power rune that he will be getting on the early stages of the game. He can just gank the side lanes together with Night Stalker, and also the important timing here will be
Dire
the night
team
time
back.
for Night Stalker. They can just group up. They can just go as 4 heroes, and I think it's in favor of Team Brunei just because the 2 heroes from Team Malaysia is really squishy. It's the Keeper of the Light and Grimstroke.
Yeah, they have a nice
10
soccer on the bench,
seconds
sort of
remaining.
either catch them or even swap them in. But Kunkka does get banned, which means that
5
Brunei doesn't
seconds
have much
remaining.
options as a care.
Lina,
It's like right, it's like the Lina. They might go for something else. I'm trying to think. Necrophos is in the pool, and Necrophos versus Void Spirit's not bad for the Necrophos, you know. So I do like the Necrophos pick. What else is there? Yeah, it's like Necrophos, Lina. There's Puck is still in the pool. Puck's always a good hero if you can get it. Puck and Vengeful Spirit you can swap to break the coil is pretty damn awesome. And they do need a bit more control on Brunei's side, so I don't mind the Puck either. Brunei, they're banning the last carry here.
yeah.
Let's see.
I think for Brunei, they can go for a Razor because the only damage dealer for Team Malaysia will be the Void Spirit. He can just go for static link onto the Void Spirit, and they won't have any damage dealer left.
That's true, right? I mean, even if they ban the
Radiant
Razors,
team
also pretty
pick.
good. Hey, there's a Templar Assassin you were talking about. You're like Templar Assassin. I don't know if she's gonna show up, and she does get banned. So a good call on your side. Malaysia, they need a carry. I don't mind the Razor. I think Razor's actually pretty good against Medusa. You can leech so much damage. Besides the Razor,
Good, right? Yeah.
10
there's still a
seconds
tiny.
remaining.
Ursa got. Yes, tiny Medusa. That's all I want to see. Tiny. They go to the PL. All right, much better.
Yeah. That's
And-
that's what we are talking about, a natural carrier of diffusal blade.
Mm.
And yeah, so this Void Spirit might be an offlane, do you think?
No, it's definitely Void Spirit mid and Tusk
10
offlane, in my
seconds.
opinion.
Oh yeah,
remaining.
I was thinking of Faceless Void.
That's
So
all right.
wow.
I was like,
5
because you kept
seconds
mentioning Void Spirit, I'm like, I don't know if
Yeah,
Void Spirit's much of a
I was
carry.
thinking of Faceless Void. Sorry.
All right,
I'm on a different universe.
is it Puck? Oh, it's gonna be Necrophos.
Choose
All right,
your
there you go.
host.
I did think Necrophos was just gonna be a good pick. He's up against 3 melee cores basically in this game, so it's a good Necrophos game for sure. He has to be worried about the snowball save from Tusk, but other than that, he's gonna be fine. Overall, I do believe Team Malaysia's players are a little bit higher ranked than Brunei, and just because of that, I think the drafts are fairly even. But I do think I'm going to go with Malaysia just because I think I live in Malaysia. I've been here 30 years. I'm Malaysian. I gotta go with my boys. I gotta go with
Yeah.
Team Malaysia.
I do agree with you because I think for Team Brunei, they need a mid laner that can go snowball in the early game, that can be really, really active and can group up together with the Night Stalker, Vengeful Spirit. And with this Necrophos, he doesn't have so much mobility.
Yeah.
Right? And compared to Team Malaysia, they have this Void Spirit, they have this Tuskar, Grimstroke. Like, what more can you ask for the early game? They can just make space for the Phantom Lancer.
I mean,
But
even keep.
yeah, we'll see.
I mean, even Keep Up Alive is like one of the fastest heroes in the game. If not the fastest, right? He's like 320, 325 movement speed. He just got nerfed. So he's also one of the fastest heroes in the game. So he might not have a mobility item, but just getting him Tranquil Boots is more than enough. So Yeah, I mean, we're both in on Malaysia. We'll see. I'd love to be surprised. I'd love for Brunei to win this because then it'll be such a closer game. Brunei, they do have good stuns. They do have solid lockdown with the Treant Protector. Necrophos, if he snowballs, I think it's going to be very difficult for the Malaysian team to control him.
Yeah, just to be fair, for Team Brunei, they have a really strong tower defense.
Mm.
Their supports can just push out those creep waves, even if they're alone,
Mm.
right? And yeah, we're going to the game one is again a best of three series. Team Malaysia versus Team Brunei, and once again, one of these teams will be competing for the slot for the upcoming CEC 2022 championships in the Birmingham, UK.
You can see Malaysia already smoked up. They're trying to find someone to get first blood. Brunei on the other side, though, they're going bomb. They need, they're each one's going to a different side. And here, we're back here again.
We're back.
But we're paused. So we guys don't want you to see a normal, boring screen. We want you guys to see how pretty I am, right? That's what we want.
Yeah, I agree with you. But yeah, I just want to ask you, what are the stuff that you're looking forward to this
I
game?
mean, I'm
Were you expecting a long game for this one? Just because the Team Brunei has Medusa.
I mean, generally we've seen Medusa kind of peak at 25, 30 minutes. Like we don't see Dota going into the 50 minute, like the old days, the real Dota, as I like to call it. Nowadays, it's much more faster paced. So I don't think like Brunei will have that much of a chance. Like 35 minutes, we can expect the game to be, one side is going to win or the other.
Yeah, I think the winning condition here for Team Brunei is their mid laner. If
Same.
Necropos will have a very perfect laning stage against the Void Spirit, yeah, he can go to the bottom lane to gank up the Phantom Lancer and stuff.
Yeah, I think the same. I feel like Necrophos, there's a lot of Brunei's weight is going to be on Necrophos, as well as, of course, the Night Stalker. For the Malaysian side, it's going to be the Void Spirit, the Tusk, they can make space. And PL, he already took the Spirit Lance. Is he going to be okay? He's slowed up. Another slow.
Nice
Oh, lot.
first blood, man.
That's a lot of slows. Hey, can he make it through? Oh, nice Grimstroke slow coming from him. But Mango Rose, I think he takes another.
He got slowed out again.
Look at all that. They don't have studs, but they have slows, and that's all they need. And first blood goes to the Night Stalker. Vengeful Spears immediately teleporting to the bottom lane. So it's going to be the position force bench like we talked about. Well, all right, Brunei, good start. Much needed. They do have to start this way.
Yeah, just like what I have mentioned before, like the early game is really important for Team Brunei, and the pressure is on for the Necrophos. But going to see up here in the top lane, this Medusa will go up against this Tuskar off lane.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right? He's pretty solid. He can snowball away if he gets caught by any of the slows. He is pretty tanky. He's not much of a combination with the Keeper of the Light in terms of like, oh, look at that, the shot.
What a nice combo!
There you go. It might be a first blood. I'm sorry, it's gonna be first blood for Malaysia's side. They get the kill, and looks like Zanji Lee, he falls down. It goes to the Keeper of the Light, not the Tusk. But hey, we were saying it's not
combo.
right. I was gonna say the tag team combo isn't very good, but then the ice shards and illuminates. You're like, all right, that's a lot of damage as well.
Yeah, I think they calculated the damage as well, just because Medusa is not on his full health. And on the bottom lane, there will be another kill for Team Brunei.
It's a pretty strong combo, honestly. The Vengeful Spirit as well as the Night Stalker. That's gonna be very hard for the Grimstroke to deal with. Grimstroke not very fast. His stun takes like 3 seconds to activate, so it makes sense that they're just gonna target the Grimstroke multiple times and keep bringing him down. But in the meantime, Void Spirit's 10-3 to the 6-1 Necrophos, so he's doing a really good job. Oh,
I
this
think
might
the
be a
factor is
kill.
maybe because he's a melee hero.
It's true, but yeah, but I expect that the Necrophos, as the levels drop, he gets a bit of levels, he might be fine. And Pop dies in the top lane. Shinarita does lose a bit of HP, but is gonna make it out just fine.
I think this top lane for Team Brunei is not really going well at first blood on the Medusa. It's not really a big thing. When he gets up to level 6, he can just go farming. And if it continues, if the Treant Protector keeps on dying, I think he might as well just go stack.
Yeah, and that's very useful for the Medusa. I think both teams are winning their off lane. You know, the Night Stalker bottom lane is doing pretty well. They already got a kill, and oh, they do lose the courier for the Medusa. That's 150 gold. That's not a small thing.
Yeah, so unfortunate for this Medusa on the top lane. And on the bottom lane, I think this Phantom Lancer is doing really good as well. So this might be the game changer for Team Malaysia if this Phantom Lancer snowballs early. If he gets his Diffusal Blade early on, I can go team up with the whole team.
Oh, and by the way, this is a Grand Master Phantom Lancer, level 30.
Ooh.
So you can see the medal right there next to his icon. So this, you know that you're getting like this is the best Phantom Lancer you're gonna watch
It's
today.
his comfort hero.
So yeah, he's doing well. And actually, all of Malaysia ahead in terms of CS. Like none of them. Oh, they do get a courier kill at least for Brunei, but all of Malaysia, the top 3 CS are all on their side. Swabi might be losing his life here. Mango Rose gets the spear off. He needs one more hit. The Phantom Rush is enough to secure it. But meanwhile, Night Stalker wants to get something back, but he can't. But they do lose the Keeper of Light on the other side. So Brunei, they hit back. They make sure it's a 1-for-1 trade all across the board.
It's just the mid lane that's getting really exciting for me, just because it's a Necrophos, right? But oh no, Medusa died again.
Yeah, and they lose the Necrophos as well. So a bit of a disaster. 2 cores dying from the Brunei side. And we talked about this. This Necrophos, it's important that he snowballs. And holy crap, at the top lane, they lose another one. Pop dies. And it's just a... Oh, Swabi, is he going to lose his life as well? Nice stun from by the
all 3 lanes.
Oh, we are losing. The Stroke of Fate comes out. Tippy, he's going to live, but not by much. And Malaysia off to a 2,000 gold net worth advantage. Less than...
So early.
Yep, less than 5 minutes in.
Yeah. Team Malaysia can, if this keeps on happening, they can just end this game like around 20 to 25 minutes, just like what you said earlier. But I think the winning condition here for Team Brunei is if the Medusa can get up on his farm.
Yeah, I mean, oh, nighttime. Oh, sorry, did he pop? I was like, is he pop nighttime? It's like, no, that's impossible. Yeah, nighttime is online, and we'll see if what Night Stalker wants to do. They're not too far behind on Brunei in terms of CS. Like you look at the Medusa, she's 20. She's the same as the Phantom Lancers. Just the kills heavily favoring the Malaysian side right now, which means you also get a bit more experience. But it's too early. You know, the game's still starting. There's a big chance Brunei can make a comeback.
I think this Trend Protector can just go stack. It's really important for this Medusa.
Yeah, I think the same. Like, laning is just too tough for the Medusa. She's just taking Illuminate after Illuminate. There you go. That's another one. And it's causing her to suffer.
It hurts.
In the bottom lane?
It's nighttime.
Yeah, Night Stalker gets a kill. And another kill for him. But they do lose another courier. Dude, how is this Keeper of Light? I think he's killed 4 couriers so far. Like Gandalf, he just hates animals.
He doesn't have a vision right there, right?
No, I mean, apparently not. Like either the war just expired, but he just keeps getting the courier kills. It's very impressive. And look at that double bounty rune.
Double bounty rune, and I think this Keeper of the Light can just stay up here in the jungle so that Medusa can go farm in the jungle. But bottom lane, they lose the Night Stalker as well as the Special Spirit.
Yeah, Mango Rose almost dropping, but he stays alive, gets us out. I mean, he's gonna be fine. And I'll be honest, this is... I mean, I guess it's not doom and gloom yet. There's still a chance, but it is pretty bad when you're 3,000 gold behind less than 7 minutes in the game. Keeper of Light, he's gonna go for the Force Staff. Already has. Look at that! Look at it. He's just harassing the Medusa. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna know you. She does ping out the ward though, so he's aware of where it is. And they don't land.
This Keeper of the Light?
Nah, they could have if they landed the what's it called? The Wrath of Nature. No, it's called something else. By the way, but they missed, and he was just able to sidestep it.
Yeah, what's happening right now for Team Malaysia is going in favor of them just because the Medusa will go in the jungle. But wait.
Mid lane though, Necrophos, loses his life just there. The silence from the Grimstroke. If you go into the Ghost Shroud form, you can't remove it. But if you don't go to the Ghost Shroud form, you don't benefit from the healing. So it's very tough. It's a very tough situation. But
I do agree. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about earlier. Necrophos doesn't have that much mobility. He
Mm.
can't dodge all those incoming skills
Dire's middle
from
tower
Team
is under
Malaysia.
attack.
Unlike the Void Spirit, he has those dodge mechanics.
once the Vengeful Spirit hits level 6, you might be able to swap someone who's been like affected like that. So it's not like there are counterplay options for them later on. We'll see. We'll see if they're ever able to use it though. And Necrophos, he needs to get a Reaper kill soon. You know, just get something for himself going, something for the team as well. In the top lane though, we can see Trinidad Protector. He can defend the lane by himself. Just keep using the Q ability, and he'll be fine. He doesn't need like
Yeah.
anyone else to hold the tower.
Have a high tower defense, but will he get spotted on this one?
I like how
And
he's
the one that I'm talking about earlier, it's still in favor of Team Malaysia, just because this Tuskar can farm.
and Tusk is good.
He can get all these creeps all for himself.
And Tusk gets another kill on Pop. I believe this is Pop's like third kill. Tusk, he's number 1 net worth. You know, you rarely see it, but you do see it
Tuskar.
on the here in Commonwealth Esports. That's where we see it. It's like Tusk number 1. I mean, Brunei, you have to consider, are they going to group up together to do something? You know, maybe bring everyone to. If they do that, it becomes harder for them to farm, but it also becomes harder for people to kill them. So that could be an option for them.
Yeah, I think they need to move right now. They have the Reaper side, and they still have 1 minute left for the nighttime, and the Dark Ascension's already up for this Night Stalker. They might miss out the timing where they can just go for pick-offs. They can kill this Grimstroke or Keeper of the Light, the easy targets.
Even just teleport top, everyone just defends the tower. You know, they do have, and they are saying the tweet. Oh look, everyone's coming here. They heard me. They're like, alright, let's everyone go. And they might get the Grimstroke here. Necrophos is here, but the slow from the Trinidad may not be enough, and Trinidad might be losing his life as well. He still comes out, and then, oh wow, Night Stalker walks into it. He is silenced though, and they do lose the Night Stalker. That's the first casualty of the fight. Necrophos loses his life as well. I think he got soulbind at the end. But Pop, are they gonna pop the Pop? And they might.
Pop is going to pop off, I believe.
And the other side of the map, they do lose the Vengeful Spirit, and they bring down the Trinidad Protector as well. And the Medusa. It's a team wipe for Malaysia.
10 minutes in the game. This is so early for Team Malaysia, and I think this Phantom Dancer is getting online as well.
Yeah.
He has already a Diffusal Blade, so this Medusa will really have a hard time.
Already almost 6,000 net worth on 2 of their cores on Malaysia's side. Brunei, not even a single hero is 4,000 net worth. Like that's how far behind they are. And I'm surprised Vengeful Spirit did not teleport top. Like we saw the rest of them they all showed up top. They all tried to fight, but without the Vengeful Spirit, like you do need all your heroes there if you're going to fight. And 16-4, it is looking pretty bleak for Brunei's side. The one thing, the one sort of, I was gonna say they are positive, but in the meantime they are gonna be losing the Vengeful Spirit. The one positive for Brunei is you could say, oh, they're a bit more late game with the Medusa. You know, maybe they're gonna take a bit
But
of
it's
time.
not
But
going in their way also in the early game, so how are they going to deal up?
I don't know if they're gonna lose the late game. Ghost Shot does come out in time though, but the Phantom's Embrace comes out and he can't actually use a spell, and they do
Not
lose.
Google Nemuk's net
Net
worth.
worth? No, it's alright, it's right there. You don't need to
Not
Google it.
Google it,
2,000.
guys.
Pop is gonna lose his life again, and then because of the Illuminate, and I'm trying to think of a
Maybe a
positive.
fast-
I do think it's gonna be a fast game. Have you seen it? I'm like trying to think of what to say about the game, but I'm not sure what there is to say. So have you seen a new movie? Have you seen Doctor Strange? We talked.
I haven't seen Doctor Strange just because I don't watch any Marvel movies. The only
Ah.
Marvel movie I watched was Deadpool, I think.
Oh, actually, that's the only one that's not a Marvel movie. But in the meantime, Medusa.
Yeah, that's the only superhero movie that I watched.
They're trying to hunt
That's
the top of-
easy, I think, but yeah, it's superhero. It's a superhero movie.
Oh god, the blink dagger
No way.
on the Tusk and just lands with the Inkswell, and Medusa just died. You blink and you miss it. Okay, Soulbind comes out, double Phantom's Embrace on the Necrophos as well as the Vengeful Spirit, and the Soulbind. Okay, Phantom's Embrace is off. Can they get a kill with the Reaper on anything? Okay, maybe Ponyo might die. You can see Necrophos, he's like, let me just get the Reaper Scythe, but he doesn't in time. They lose
Aw.
2 more from Brunei's side, 22-4, and it might be 23-4.
It's 13 minutes into the game, and it's 12k goal lead for Team Malaysia.
That
I
this
mean,
is
there's no ray of hope for Team Brunei. As for me,
no.
only the Medusa, I think.
All right. Here's what if Team Malaysia, all of them, their internet gets cut off? There you go.
Ah,
That's a
That's
ray of
the
hope.
only winning condition for
What
Team
if
Brunei.
what if a meteor hits their house and they just all explode? I mean, that's possible, right? That doesn't seem so bad.
That's pretty bad for Team Brunei. But once again, this is a best of 3 series. They can try again on the second game.
Yeah, maybe something a bit more on the laning stage, because as you can see, Malaysia, like we said, they are a higher level team. You know, that's just how it is. The players there, you're looking at, oh dear, we're gonna be losing Nick Voss again. In the meantime, yep, Tippy is gonna run away. Swabi's level. By the way, the supports on Brunei's side are still level 5. No ultimates, no overgrowth, no swap.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Ouch is all we can say. You know?
Ouch. Ouch. So pain, so pain. So pain for Team Brunei. And also, if you're going to look at the net worth, the Keeper of the Light is much more richer than the Medusa. And with this one, you can clearly see that it's not going really well for Team Brunei.
When the supports are out farming the cores, it's
Yeah, and especially this is a Medusa.
yeah. It should be farming, but they do lose Tippy. I was like, oh my god, they got a kill from Brunei. And I was like, no, it's the other side, it's the other side. The warding from Malaysia so deep, they can see everything that Brunei does. And Nimuk, all right, does get the ghost shot out in time, but it looks like he's gonna be hit by the ink swirl. He might be losing his life. Gets the soul bind, and he's still alive. He's still alive though. Can he get the 3%? Got the animation, but not in time. Shinarita looks like he's gonna die. All right, so it's a 3-for-1 trade. Pretty good for Brunei so far. But Swabi is gonna lose his life as well, and Overgrowth was used, but for EM, Connell with the ink swell making plays, drops the very deep ward as well. Void Spirit's here, and Connell is gonna lose his life. He's pretty low. Night Stalker's here. Night Stalker, one hit. Void gets it. All right, pretty good for Brunei, I must say. In the end,
Is under attack.
they do get 2
But
kills.
they're really deep on that one. They're diving Team Brunei on the back of the tier 2 tower.
They're having fun, you know. Malaysia, they're like, all right, guys, we pretty much are guaranteed to win. Let's just dive. Let's see if we can go all the way to the fountain.
Dire's bottom
So
tower
it's a bit ambitious, to be fair, but it's working out for them. Malaysia's still very far ahead in this game. I feel bad for Nikofos.
For Mangaros.
Oh, here we go. This is something though. This might be a bit much. Swabi just melts in half a second. Mangaros. Does he have a doppelganger? He does. Oh, might have been too far. Is he gonna be losing his? Can they get him? Mangaros?
Getting deep.
Yep, he's going for pop. He might be gonna get the kill. He does. Mangaros still alive. Can they get a Reaper sight? He gets the right one. He does.
Yeah, finally.
First super kill of the game, but it's not gonna be enough to keep him alive, and they are gonna be losing Nimuk, and now they might be losing the Night Stalker as well. Tippy, tip him, he's dead. And they do get a kill on the Grimstroke on the other hand, so it's still a 2-for-3 trade. Just here.
Left.
Oh, that's a swap. That's interesting. And next to the tower, it's a stun long range. 3 kills. Brunei, they are alive. They are online. They do get 2 core kills as well as the Grimstroke for 3. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. Tusk, saying that it's not enough. He does get a kill on the Medusa. Vengeful Spirit. She's like, I don't want vengeance. I just want to run away and survive. She makes it out.
This is really sad to watch for Team Brunei.
Oh my
They're
god.
getting kills, but yeah, you know, one of them keeps on dying. They can't group up. It's really hard.
But Brunei, they have a Reaper Scythe kill, alright? So Necrophos, he's gonna get that extra regeneration. He's online. Don't count him out yet. Oh, actually, on second thought, yeah, they are gonna go straight for the Night Stalker. Straight away with the Walls Punch. Good overgrowth. Can they get a kill? They might get a kill on our Grimstroke here. Can they get it? He's so close! And it's not gonna be enough! Oh, he lives with a sliver of HP. And they lose 2 cores again. Oh, it looks like Swabi does have the shot. That is a double stun. Much needed for the Vengeful Spirit, but he's gonna be able to stay alive. Blink, Inkswell lands.
No,
And
what a combo.
it is so good. This Tusk as well as the Grimstroke, so good. And 30, I mean, I know we say Southeast Asia is very aggressive, but do you see 47 kills in 17 minutes? Nope. Nowhere else, only here.
Dire's middle
Yeah,
tower
it's
has
not the thing
fallen.
that we get to see in your everyday life in Dota.
Right?
17k gold lead, and also I'm looking at this Keeper of the Light. He can just transition into some core
Dire's
items,
top tower is
something
under
like
attack.
Dagon.
Look at poor Necrophos. He's behind the enemy Grimstroke. Ah, that's unfortunate. He is gonna go for the Yule Scepter. He does have a Hood of Defiance. He's got decent items. It's just they're being crushed. You know, they're having a very hard time getting kills on the Brunei side. They do have good high ground defense. They might be able to swap someone in. If they can do that, then maybe they can like Reaper kill them. But they are up against a Tusk with a Blink Dagger, which means it's very hard for them. Like they have to control Tusk. If Tusk has a snowball available, he can easily save anyone.
Also, I have to add that they don't have much skills to deal with the illusions of Phantom Lancers. They can just rely on the Medusa, and we can count onto the Necrophos for the illusions.
Yeah, they do have a Trient to, it's not too bad. The way of they have some ways, some AOE damage, but like you said, they have no real way of dealing with the Phantom Lancer.
We just rely on the Medusa and the split shots.
Well, bomb lane though, we can expect some action here. Malaysia, they smell blood. They're like, Brunei is here, let's kill them. And oh, can I get someone? Nice stun comes out, but the Inkswell still lands. Soulbind only on the Night Stalker. So not very good initiation by the Brunei side. Soulbind was used, Inkswell was kind of wasted. Void Spirit wants to go in. Can he get a kill on anyone? Night Stalker uses the ultimate, and Dark Ascension was used, but still
they
nothing.
Can't do anything, yeah. And I think their skill set, it doesn't really adds up to each other. They don't have any AoE initiation or something to set up.
Yeah,
Because they just have the overgrowth.
they do. I mean, what they need to do is find Swab. Oh, okay, so Swabi, is he gonna be able to? He's teleporting back. I think they're gonna say, all right, let's defend the tier 3, and we'll see if we can swap someone inside. If we can, maybe that's a bit of a start of a comeback. 21,000 gold behind. So Malaysia, very commanding lead. I like the Aether Lens on Grimstroke and Keeper of the Light, by the way, just to keep both supports safe. The extra cast range makes a big difference. And oh, here we go. Tusk, he gets Inkswell but decides not to jump in.
Yeah, it's really hard for Team Brunei to jump into the Phantom Lancer. Because there will be the threat of the Tusker jumping in, the Void Spirit jumping in as well.
It looks like Trient is gonna go for the shard, which I like. I do like the shard, but I feel like it's not that good in the games where the map is so closed because you can't attack from the forest and get that stun. So I'm not sure how I feel about the shard in this particular game, although I do think it's a good item in general. Oh, and look at that Phantom Lancer going straight for the heart. He's like Mantis style heart. Let's
They
see
don't
them.
have any damage for Team Brunei.
top tower is under
I mean, the one thing you can sort of hope for is maybe Necrophos lives long enough with the Heartstopper doing 2.5. Oh, Pop! Pop, no! He's my favorite. There he's gone. Poor Pop. Dead again. In the meantime, though, I thought Tusk was a bit far in, but they are going to be losing the Night Stalker. They swap an Illusion in, and they got Soulbind on 2 people, Necrophos as well as the Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful Spirit might be losing her life. Illuminate almost brings her
he
down.
was killed by the illusions.
Yep, Illuminate brings her close, and then Mangaros finishes the job. Meanwhile, though, buyback on the Night Stalker. Void Spirit misses with his Aether Remnant, and it is Brunei being pushed back to their fountain. They're like, guys, retreat, retreat! Let's go to the fountain. They will fight them at the fountain. Maybe that still be enough for them to win.
Dire's bottom tower.
Alright.
But might be the end game for Team Brunei.
Well, they do lose the Mook, and they are gonna get Tippy as well, very likely. Here, Tippy does die. That's a dieback by Tippy. Oh, Medusa, can you make it back to the fountain in time?
Oh, hey!
Calls GG before she dies in the fountain, and yep, there it is. It's over. A good try, but Malaysia clearly they came in prepared. The draft really suited their play style. I love the Grimstroke and the Tusk, and they just outlaned them, outplayed them, and then outkilled them, and then they won.
Yeah, for the supporters of Team Brunei, just don't get sad because once again, this is a best of 3 series for once again the Commonwealth Esports Championships 2022, and they can just bounce back or they can try again on their second game. But it was indeed an outstanding performance for Team Malaysia, and once again, we will only have one representative for the Southeast Asia.
Yeah, I mean MVP. I feel like it has to be the Tusk, 15-1-3. I love the item build. He went for the
The
Blink
MVP.
Dagger to combo with Ponyo with the Inkswell. Then he goes for all damage. Chrysalis, Desolator, all that minus damage, all that minus armor. Sorry, very impressive. And he even has a Brigand's Blade just for extra damage. So well done by
Yeah.
Shinarita. But that's just game one. Like you said, it's just game one. Brunei, they might come back, although there does seem to be a little bit of a gap between the two teams. But there's always a chance in Dota that you can come back in the second and third
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, and also I think for Team Brunei, they can just go pick some decent mid lane heroes aside from Necrophos. If you're going to pick up a farming carry, I think you will really need a mid laner that can snowball in the early game and has a mobility.
I like what you said as well. I didn't feel the impact of the Necrophos at all in this game. So I thought he had a good laning matchup. Like I think Necrophos versus Void Spirit shouldn't be the Void Spirit winning so much. But yeah, this is game one. We'll be taking a little bit of a break. We'll be coming back to you guys in about 10 minutes or so with game two. And hopefully, I'm hoping for a 3-game series. Hopefully, Brunei,
Same here.
goes for a bit more. But that's just game one. I'm Atomo. Joining me is Aki, and we'll be back with you guys in just a few short minutes. Welcome back to the 2022 Commonwealth Esports Championship, where we just saw Malaysia go up against Brunei in Game 1. And it was, I don't want to say a stomp, because a stomp would be very nice to say. You know, it was even more than a stomp. But I'm
Yeah.
Atomo. Joining me is Aki. Aki, what did you think was sort of the biggest problem in Game 1?
I think it's because they really got outplayed for the game number one, as
Mm.
we see. I think in terms of experience, I believe Team Malaysia has more competitive experience than Team Brunei. You
Yeah.
know, uh, we saw how Wonder Boy played. He really owned up his lane. Actually, the mid lane is just something like even. But
Yeah.
I would like to highlight also Shenorita, the the Toscar on the top lane. He's really good. I think he's the MVP for the game one.
For sure. I mean, 15-1, 13, that's amazing. So what we're going to be doing at the Commonwealth Esports is we're going to different regions, and from those regional places, we're going to, one country is going to represent them. So today we're in Southeast Asia, Malaysia versus Brunei. Winner goes all the way to Birmingham, and we'll be playing in the Commonwealth Esports Championship, which is on the 6th to 7th of August. Again, that's my birthday, so you guys can send me things there. I don't mind. 7th of August. And it's going to be at the International Convention Center in Birmingham. I've always wanted to go to the UK, so maybe I'll be invited. Maybe we can meet each other there, right? We'll both
Why
be
not?
there. Of course, it's not just Dota that we're covering. I mean, we are just covering Dota, but the Commonwealth Esports has Dota, the eFootball series, as well as Rocket League. So that'll be awesome. I'm a big fan of Rocket League, so it's a great game. eFootball, I'm sure people like it, but we're not going to cover. We're just covering Dota. And of
Yeah,
course,
if our viewers would like to watch those games that you mentioned, they can just head straight up to their Facebook page for more information. That's Global Esports Federation and Commonwealth Games Federation.
And of course, the Commonwealth Esports Championship is supported by the British Sports Federation as well as by the Business and Tourism Program. So, with all that said, what are we looking for in Game 2? Because the main thing I'm thinking about is if you can have a better laning stage. Like, I think a better lane, right? It's one of the things I heard a pro say is that if you do well on the laning stage, you can snowball into a good situation no matter what. But if your laning stage is bad, it's very hard for you to sort of improve on that because you're starting off on a bad foot basically.
Yeah. So with the bans, Malaysia will just stick to the bans. So that Enchantress and Pugna. I
I
think
believe
that's their own preferences, I think. And for Brunei, they want to take out that Keeper of the Light that's really annoying in the first game.
I believe actually the game is ready. So if we might go into the game and see what we're working with. But
I
Io,
was looking at the lobby. I'm really sorry. Yeah.
no, it's fine. It's no big deal. We are looking into the future. Aki can see what's coming ahead.
I came from the future, guys.
But there is the Io pick by the Malaysian team. I've heard that Io, like I've done research. Io is very popular in the Western scene, but in Southeast Asia, generally Io tends to be one of those neglected supports. People don't play him. They generally don't like. I'm not gonna say they don't know how to play against, but they have trouble dealing with Io. And it's nice to see the teams in Southeast Asia are like, yeah, let's pick Io. Let's learn how we play against Io. So Io being picked by Malaysia is a nice opening. For Brunei, they go with the Shadow Shaman as well as the Chaos Knight. So very strong lane. We talked about better laning. Chaos Knight, very strong later. Same thing with the Shadow Shaman,
I
of
think
course.
it got nerfed as well.
Chaos
But
Knight?
not much.
The Shard, it used to give you 300 extra cast range. Now it's 150. So definitely not as good as it used to be. But yeah, with the Shadow Shaman pick, like you're pretty good. Like I think it's a very strong lane. Whereas from Malaysia side, we have the Ember Spirit coming up. Very difficult to control, but you do have, like I said, you have Shadow Shaman Chaos side. Not too bad. You can deal with them a little bit.
I think
10
the
seconds
mechanic for
remaining.
IO Ember Spirit is somehow like the same with the IO Storm Spirit.
5
Have you seen
seconds
those
remaining.
games with those combination, the IO and Storm Spirit? It was really a good combo. They can
Oh,
get really aggressive even if they don't have their key items yet.
Dire
But
team ban.
just the thing that IO sustains the Storm Spirit, he can just go in and out of the team fights.
yeah, the thing about the IO that you're talking about with the storm is because the IO shards is also so good, it gives you 10%
Radiant
extra
team
magic
ban.
damage and spell amplification. So it's a nice buff like to have that for the IO. So Yeah, I usually see Io more with the Leshrac, but like you said, Storm Spirit is a very good combo with him. No, yeah, Leshrac. Bans coming out though with Sand King from the Brunei, and from Malaysia they get rid of the Monkey King
10
as well as the
seconds
Grimstroke.
remaining.
I hope Brunei continues. Get a lot of
5
stuns,
seconds
a lot of
remaining.
tanky heroes. Get like a Centaur offlane. Like why the hell not? Just so that you can actually bring
Dire
them down.
team ban.
But yeah, we will see. Grimstroke will be banned for Team Malaysia as well. I think they're looking to pick something like a hard carry
Mhm.
that would definitely have a hard time with the Grimstroke on the opposite team.
10
Yeah, for
seconds
sure.
remaining.
I think they're setting up for something like that.
Well, I mean,
5
the Io
seconds
pick is the one I'm very interested in. Like I said, I
Radiant
do
team
wonder if they're going to go with the Leshrac for Malaysia because, like we said, we don't see Io being picked a lot in Southeast Asia. So seeing him being picked here tells me that Malaysia is like, all right, let's try something, like not experimental, but let's try something with an Io, see how we can make it work. Because on paper, at least,
10
Malaysia is the,
seconds remaining.
they have the higher ranking players. So they might be able to be like, okay, if we can pull it off
5
against Brunei, it's a
seconds
good
remaining.
practice for when we go up against slightly harder opponents as well. So I like the Aya pick.
Yeah, the
Timbersaw
IO
being
pick is, I think, situational.
Mm,
If you're going to pick an IO, it means that you really have that confidence in your IO player because he plays a big role in terms of team fight. You have to be there in the right time when you need to save your
Radiant team
core,
pick.
when you need to heal to sustain your core, something like that. So I think Malaysia, their position 5,
yeah.
I think we're going to see more of this IO plays from him.
Another thing is that you're talking about the Grimstroke ban, and Grimstroke is great against Io because Io always
Yeah.
shows up with a friend, so
10
you always get the
seconds
free soul
remaining.
bind. And this is a
Oh
really
my.
good, Grimstroke game because you get
5 seconds
Shadow Shaman,
remaining.
everything you double. Ether Shock, Hex, Shackle, everything doubled
Yeah.
except Chaos Knight. You get the double Chaos Bolt.
Yes.
So there's all
Red
good
team
spells
pick.
with the Grimstroke, and they go with Omni.
Omni Knight. I haven't
That
seen this hero for so long.
that's my boy. I like Omni Knight. A bit of a nerf to the Heavenly Grace. I think it costs 15 mana more every level, but I like the hero a lot. Good to see him. Good against the
10
physical
seconds
damage from
remaining.
Ember Spirit. Can remove the what's it called, the Searing Chains
5
debuff.
seconds remaining.
So I like Omni Knight. Like really good with Chaos Knight because you give him 38 extra damage with the Heavenly Grace. So I like this pick a lot by Brunei. Solid laner as well.
Yeah. For Team Malaysia, they just banned out this Razor. I believe they're setting up for something like Templar Assassin again.
Dire
It was
team
banned
pick.
in the last game,
Crystal
so
Maiden.
oh, CM. Her
Huh.
ultimate was buffed as well.
Yeah, quite a lot. I think the AoE increased by 20 from 300 to 320. The slow increased by 10% from 30 to 40, and something else was also buffed. So the
10
Crystal Maiden,
seconds
she is. I think she got too much buff. I want Ice Frog to nerf her again. I don't like it when
5
Crystal Maiden
seconds
gets buffed. I
remaining.
think 5 more movement speed removed and 1 less armor, please. Thank you, Ice Frog. She's too fast. She's too quick.
Yeah.
270 movement speed is too much. I want 250. I think she's too fast. But yeah, it's an interesting
I
pick.
agree. But
Crystal
the
Maiden.
only thing for Crystal Maiden is she's too squishy. If Team Brunei will pick a hero that's really mobile, they
Yeah.
can just go pick off this Crystal Maiden instantly.
I mean, they do have the Chaos Knight, so he might be able to cut that
The
distance as
reality
well.
drift.
Right? And they
Oh, anti-mage.
anti-fun.
Why?
Yeah, anti-fun is here. They're gonna have to pick an offlaner who doesn't rely much on mana, which is gonna be a
Slardar, I think.
Slardar would be really good as well. I really like the Slardar pick. They have no dispels on
10
Malaysia's side, so you pick a Slardar. But I'm also wondering, is it possible that this Omni Knight is an
5 seconds
offlaner?
remaining.
Maybe, but
Unlikely.
you might have a hard time laning up against an anti-mage.
Yeah,
Anti-mage and Crystal Maiden will be a really strong lane for Team Malaysia.
that's true. I do think that I feel like Omni Knight might want to go to the bottom lane. Who do they go? They go to the Slaughter. They go with the Wind Ranger, probably a mid-Wind Ranger. If it's an offlane Wind Ranger, it's kind of. I don't like that. I don't like an offlane Wind Ranger at all because the Frostbite doesn't care about the Wind Run. The Crystal Maiden slow is great. Anti-Mage can also remove all that mana, meaning you can't even use Wind Run. I hope it's like you said. I hope it is going to be a Slaughter offlane.
Yeah, and mid
5
lane Wind
seconds
Ranger, right?
remaining.
But
For sure.
I'm worrying about Team Brunei because there are two mobile heroes from Team
Radiant
Malaysia,
team
and
ban.
they only have one direct lockdown for those two heroes
Yeah.
because the Shackles is still a skill shot. Chaos Knights, Chaos Bolt can still be dodged out.
Yeah, it's like it's really slow. It's like where I think okay, he's done now. So,
Yeah,
but to be fair,
10
Anti-Mage will not
seconds
be fighting
remaining.
early, so it's
yeah.
unlikely. Like they only have to catch the Ember Spirit
5
most of the time,
seconds remaining.
and most likely they'll just be like, let's just kill Crystal Maiden. Let's see what we can get after that.
Mhm.
Last picks for each side. Brunei, I'm thinking offlaner. Malaysia, I'm thinking both teams want an offlaner actually in this case, and they are banning the Legion Commander on Malaysia's side. Legion Commander and Slaughter would be the good picks. You want heroes with good passive abilities because against anti-mage you're not going to have mana anyway.
Mars was bad. I was about to say Mars is a
Dire
good pick
team
for
ban.
Team Malaysia.
Do you know who's an
Mm,
offlaner who doesn't use mana for his spells?
I could just think of Slardar.
Centaur also. Double
Centaur,
Edge. Double
but
Edge
he's
doesn't
not
use.
in the meta, right?
Screw the meta. We make our own
Ah,
meta here. You know,
10
we're,
seconds
we're
remaining.
this is. I mean,
makes
after
sense. Yeah.
game one, who knows, right? But
Radiant
they do ban
team
the Doom.
ban.
They ban the Troll Warlord comes out as a ban.
But
That's a bit.
the thing is, the thing for Centaur is it's not just the anti-mage that he needs to deal with. It's also the Crystal Maiden, all those magical stuff. Like he
Hmm.
just throw up on that Centaur War Runner.
I guess my question is, who is gonna go?
10
Which of the supports
seconds
is going bottom
remaining.
lane? Because I do think that you want Omni Knight to go bottom,
5
like he.
seconds
Sorry,
remaining.
Omni Knight to go top and help the off laner. I feel like the Crystal Maiden anti mage lane is tough. You need
Yeah.
Omni Knight to help you, and I think Shadow Shaman and Chaos Knight have a lot of kill potential. I don't want, like, if you put the Omni Knight and the Chaos Knight together, you're getting no kills, and you put Shadow
Yeah.
Shaman and someone else, like. I don't think they're going to be killing
Dire
Crystal
team
Maiden and
pick.
Anti-Mage. But Tidehunter comes out as the last ban. Malaysia, who is left? Like we talked about Centaur. Necrophos is also in the pool for both teams. And
This might be hard. This might be awkward for Team Brunei, but they can go for an Enigma. Like in
10
terms of
seconds
laning
remaining.
phase on all those Eidolons can
Mm,
help Enigma in
5
terms of the
seconds
last hits and
remaining.
denies. You know, he doesn't really necessary to go up close against the anti mage.
true, and if you deny the range creeps on your side, you slow down the anti-mage quite a lot. It's definitely an interesting solution for
But
for
again, the problem is the Crystal Maiden that
each
uh
Eidolons.
yeah, the Eidolons can die easily.
But now they have 10% more magic resist. To be fair, I think they can actually survive a frostbite, right? I think
Radiant
it's gonna be hard.
team
What
pick.
do they get? Malaysia, they go with the
That will
Kunkka.
conquer.
Oh, okay, there we go. So it could be Kunkka off lane, could be Kunkka mid Ember Spirit off lane. Although I think that's less likely. But very, very tanky with that Kunkka pick. Brunei, they need an off laner. Or who knows? It could be Chaos Knight off lane, and they
10
could pick a
seconds
carry right
remaining.
now. That's also a legitimate strategy. Chaos Knight and Shadow Shaman, pretty good in the
5
lane, especially
seconds
with the
remaining.
Chaos Strike for CK.
Mhm. And also,
They,
Kanka is a good pick for Team Malaysia. Like it doesn't need to fight all the
Hmm.
time. He needs to lane
all right.
only.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, Brunei though. Oh, and by the way, Kunkka is so good against Wind Ranger. Just keep harassing her with the Tidebringer. Yeah, I hope Brunei they might consider going for a carry here. A carry who can lane and who's it gonna be? It's gonna be the Ursa. There you go. So this is gonna be the
But
offlane king.
I think he can control. He can get controlled by the X marks the spot. That
Yes.
frostbite.
Yeah, I
The
mean, it's
haze.
not bad. It's not bad, but at least you have a very aggressive guy who can like make space for the team. He's going to be the mid Kunkka. Wonder Boy is the mid laner, so he's going to go for
Oh.
that, and he's going to be up against the Wind Ranger. I feel like that's going to be a very Kunkka favorite matchup. And so Tippy, he's going to go bottom lane. Who's he going to go with? I believe Swabby was their position 4. So whoever gets Swabby, whoever Swabby picks is going to go with Tippy. And that's why I'm interested. I do think it should be Chaos Knight, Shadow Shaman, Omni Knight, Ursa. But Shadow Shaman, Ursa is also pretty good. Like I like the
Yeah.
lanes.
10
You
seconds.
have,
I like-
I think Chaos Knight and Omni Knight, they still have that Chaos Bolt for
5
stun for
seconds
lockdown.
remaining.
I like the lanes from both. Honestly, like I think both teams
Ah,
have.
they're both- I want to go for the Chaos Knight and Omni Knight.
All right. Okay, cool. Brunei, I like their drafts a lot better this time. It's just way more killing potential in the lane, more like stuns. They have like 3 stuns on their side. They have
Mhm.
the Omni-Knight to save people. So I like it. I like the Brunei's draft a bit more. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I do agree with you. But in terms of late game, I think I would favor the draft of Team Malaysia. They can
Mm.
just make place, make space for this anti mage, and yeah, everything will go to their favor in the late game.
If Brunei plays fast, though, they do have the Ursa. If they can get map control, they can be Roshan. You get the Aegis. You have Shadow Shaman to do damage to buildings. I do think that Brunei, like, they could snowball this. It's definitely possible for them to take high ground, 20 minutes, get the first racks. It is a bit of a mismatch. Team Malaysia is quite a bit higher in terms of their ranking, but it is a good draft for Brunei. We'll see. We'll see if they can make it work.
Yeah, we're hoping for a game 3, so hoping for the best for Team Brunei to get on their feet again for this game number 2. But we'll
A
see how
flash
it
of
goes for
inspiration.
this one.
It's a level 25 anti-mage, by the way. So this guy
Again,
is first time he was Grandmaster, he was level 30. This time he's level 25. Oh man, only level 25. Not that good. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they fare up in this game.
mm,
Malaysia, they are one game away
Of
from a trip to
inspiration.
Birmingham, and they want to go. They want to go represent
You're
their
a
country.
trusty
National
mate.
pride
Tough
is on the
brotherhood
line.
here.
yeah.
You're all washed
I
up.
hope
Right.
we get invited too.
Could be worse.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah, they'll be like, no, they'll want good casters. They'll be like these two. Who cares about
Flash
them?
of inspiration.
Good.
They want the good ones.
But anyway, let's see. Again, this is the might be the last game of the series. So Team Brunei, what do you think are their winning condition for this one? Because I believe that this Ursa, he also needs to
30
farm, and also
seconds
this
to
Chaos
battle.
Knight.
I agree with you, but the problem is that when you are in this situation, when you're up against a team that's kind of better than you, I don't think you can have that option. I think Ursa will have to be very active, have to play for Roshan, and they have to play with the snakes. Like Ursa is there with condition. Ursa has to be very active. Like that's what he has to do. The other two heroes, the Wind Ranger and the Wind Ranger, I feel like is going to be kind of useless this game. The Chaos Knight might be able to get some kills, but it's
The
all
battle
on the Ursa to win
begins.
the game for them. I do think the supports are very important in this game as well, more so than game one. Like Omni-Knight has to get good Heavenly Graces, good saves, good ultimates, and Shadow Shaman has to lock down the Ember Spirit. It's very important on the supports and the Ursa. The Chaos Knight and the Wind Rage, I don't think they're going to be able to do much. I don't think they can do much. Is the way I want to is how I feel.
It all comes
A
down again
flash of
to the
inspiration.
laning
don't need
stage,
faces
just
or
like what happened
brass.
in the game 1. Like you said, that the draft is not really bad for Team Brunei, but
MMR is
it
just a number.
changed
You
in the
don't
way
need
they
faces
played
or
in the early game,
brass.
in the laning stage,
哎呀，
right?
Hmm.
被发现了。
Well, meanwhile, for Malaysia's side, it's all eyes. I think both of the two cores, the offlane and the mid, all eyes will be on them. More so on Ember Spirit. I believe they changed their names, by the way. I hate when they do that. Um, Ember Spirit, he was Shintaro in game one. Anyway, he is going to be their biggest playmaker. Is with
Yes.
all that activity. That's where you're going to keep your eyes on. Mango Rose, Anti Mage. You need Battle Fury, Manta. You're going to farm. You're not going to do too much. So it's going to be on the two cores mostly, especially the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, and also the Shadow Shaman, he will play a big role for this game. He needs to get his Blink Dagger early on just to catch the Ember Spirit, because he's the only lockdown, a direct lockdown for Team Brunei.
If it was a slower paced game, I would say that you don't really need a Blink Dagger. You can go for the Shard because the Shard gives you. It's such a good thing. You
Nice
can just
point. Yeah.
you can just go to a creep wave, use the shackled, and you can like farm it. You can go to a neutral camp. It gives you so much damage when you're getting pickoffs. But in a game like this, when you're a bit behind, yeah, you might actually need you might have to just go straight up Blink Dagger.
Yeah, because they have a lot of follow-up lockdowns after the shackles or the hex. So they
Just
really need the Shadow Shaman to set it up for them.
yeah, right. It's like just land it. We'll do all the damage. Don't worry. Just
Yeah.
land the spell. We'll get the kills for you. Don't you worry. And a lot of teams.
But the thing is, Shadow Shaman's really squishy as well. So
I mean, yeah, that's. I mean, can imagine how Omni Knight's gonna have to be in charge of saving him.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, Omni Knight, use your save just for Shadow Shaman. Like, all right, I guess I will. Alright. Alright, so top lane. This is the. I mean, all the lanes look like they have good kill potential for Brunei's side. I'm interested to see how they handle it.
I think this top lane they will just go focus on their last hits and denies because this
Oh.
anti-mage he can really go up close on the Chaos Knight, but the threat of him being dead is really high.
By the way, did you see they used the Chaos Bolt to get a creep, which is very interesting. I imagine once they reach level 2 on the Brunei side, they could just kill Crystal Maiden. Reality Rift, Strike, Shackles, Ether Shock, like they have a lot. And Swabi going forward, taking just a few hits for the team. And there you go, just a little bit of harass. Swabi needs to be careful. He's got some regen, but it's only really like 2 tangos and stuff. So not a whole lot of regen.
Yeah, I would agree with you. But the bottom lane, it's the Ursa getting those last hits. But Ember Spirit is doing good as
Which
well.
It should be. It's a little surprising. Oh dear.
Three things.
Chaos Strike barely makes out. Chaos Knight makes out, barely makes out life, and Ursa loses his life in the meantime. We tried to catch all the action, but we end up missing first blood. But it's alright. It's alright, Ursa. And like, I mean, at that level 1, it's a great. This Hammer of Purity is a great spell. Good for harass, but no save. If he had the Heavenly Grace, could have saved him. So unfortunate first blood. Kind of. I'll be honest. I did not see Ursa dying first.
I think it's because maybe he was surprised that Ember Spirit got Searing Chains at level 2.
Right, like it's so odd to see that. But
Yeah.
that is going to be the first blood for Malaysia, starting off strong. And again, the top 3 CS in the game all belong to Malaysia's side. Brunei, they need to start making sure they catch up. They're a bit careful here. You can see that Ursa is like not afraid to go CS. Omni's a bit behind. They're very, I say, timid on Brunei's side, and that's costing them a lot.
Yeah, but this is slower than the game number 1, right?
No.
I mean,
This is much chill.
Game 1 was basically turbo, you know. So game 2 has to be a bit shorter. But yeah, I think like top lane they should be killing this Crystal Maiden. But I think Chaos Knight's got. Does he have any items? No, he's got no mana. He needs to get like 3 or 4 mangoes and just like keep going on the Crystal Maiden. This itemization.
I don't know what is really happening. They have chain locked on onto the Crystal Maiden, but I was wondering why aren't they killing this Crystal Maiden?
Maybe they're like gentlemen. They're like, we don't hit girls. You know, we do not. We are gentlemen, and Omni. Ursa is alright. Switching targets to the Aya, going back to the Ursa. Needs to pick one or the other here. They change Sleight of Fist, and they bring down the Ursa. Are they gonna go for more? I think Swap is gonna make it out just fine. In the meantime, they do lose the Shadow Shaman. Again, this is a very interesting lane because at top lane they might get another kill. Crystal May gets with the Crystal Nova, and 4-0 for Malaysia. Even in this like heavily laning centered draft that Brunei took, it's just not enough.
Yeah, it's not really going well for your team if the other side is dominating your lane. I mean, your Chaos Knight and Shadow Shaman and you still get killed. Oh, Wonder Boy!
Oh my god, and I think... I'm not sure how to pronounce the name, but Shadow Shaman, he teleports in right on the torrent and just flies up.
The Tidebringer damage.
And yeah, he couldn't even. The Shackles barely lasted, and they lose their mid lane. And you can see it. Ursa 9 CS. That's the carry Ursa, ladies and gentlemen. Top lane though. He wants to do some damage on Mangaroos, but he just blocked. Like you said, the slow moving stun.
Talking about and also the counter spell.
Yeah, I think he does the Reality Rift with the counter spell, which is just insane. Shadow Shaman, I'm just surprised they just don't go for the Crystal Maiden. Like, Crystal Maiden is right.
They're losing the lane even though they have so much lockdown onto the Crystal Maiden.
It's like she's right there. Just kill her. But
if you would use the Reality Rift, might as well use it onto the Crystal Maiden, right?
The damage that this Sleight of Fist does to the Ursa, he loses like almost all his HP. It's kind of crazy. And all right, if I was in Brunei's situation, what I do, I just send the Shadow Shaman bot, be like, all right, Chaos Knight, we're not gonna win the lane. Screw you, go suffer. I'm gonna go help my people bot lane because like they can't lose both side lanes. One of the side lanes has to do well. You sack the other one because they're already sacked anyway. You know.
Yeah.
Well,
On the top lane, they will still try, and the creep wave is already in favor of Team
Oh.
Malaysia. And here, he blinks in.
all right, they're gonna go for it. Mana Bird for Crystal Nova comes out. Not enough damage to bring that Chaos Knight. He does have a bracer. He's got 6 charges. What he really needs though is mangoes. He needs like I don't know how to say this eloquent, but he needs a shit ton of mangoes. That's how much he needs so he can spam out his spells because no mana it makes him a creep and he's just gonna go for him. Frostbite comes out. Looks like this is gonna be a dead. Oh, he does get the magic wand up, but that's just more damage for the anti-mage shackles. Last second, and looks like, oh, Shadow Shaman, you're gonna lose your life as well, buddy.
What is Shadow Shaman?
He also uses the magic wand, so he's gonna be slowed up some more. So he has mana, more damage, one more hit, and I said top lane we're gonna see no action from this anti-mage, but it's just crazy.
Also, Nimue TP'd on the top lane, and I'm wondering what is he going to do there.
I mean, I guess he was hoping to save someone, but it was just way too late. Bottom lane, they are just dead. Look at the damage! Look at the damage!
Driving this Ursa under the tower.
Ursa, is he gonna be able? He's juking, he's jiving, but there's a Sly Fist coming out in a few seconds. 3 seconds, 2, 1. That's gonna be his life. He does lose his life, and it's gonna be 8-0 for Malaysia. 8-1. Brunei on the board.
Finally.
They get a kill. They might be going for more though. Shadow Shaman, he's here. This is only level 5. Ember Spirit, can they get? Shadow Shaman, where's your spells, man? Give us something. Shadow Shaman, what the hell? And they do lose that Wind Ranger in the meantime. That was kind of weird that Shadow Shaman showed up without
Radiant's
using
middle
anything.
tower is under attack.
I thought for sure.
He has so much mana, and I don't think it's still on cooldown.
I was like, he's gonna catch someone, he's gonna get a kill, but whoops, I guess. Very odd. I'm honestly just
Again,
Malaysia.
it's just like the game number 1. It's the laning stage that really matters for Team Brunei. All those 3 lanes didn't go really well for them. They
Oh,
got
but
outplayed again.
I like how Shadow Shaman's hiding behind the tree. He's like, all right, guys, I got him. And it's like,
I got the guy.
Do something, team. Shackle is not gonna land. There's no tree there, and he just turns into a pig and says, "See ya." So, all right, that's okay. I mean, at least they scared him away. They're like, "Don't you come back to our neighborhood," you know.
But
We'll
the thing here is, they don't have tier 1 tower already. It's
Oh.
just too early for that tower push.
Wind Ranger, Wind Run already used. Namuk, good shackle at least.
Bottom tower
You're gonna be able
is
to make it
under
out
attack.
alive. All right.
Radiant's
With this
bottom tower
situation
has
for
fallen.
Team Brunei, the only thing that they can do for now is go farm in the jungle. But with the tier 1 being taken down, Team Malaysia can have a better access onto their 2 farming camps.
The thing is, if you start farming your own jungle with multiple cores, you're shrinking that. Oh, Io relocating top. Who's he gonna bring with him? He brings the Ember Spirit. Tippy, I think you are gonna be done. Ah, poor Tippy. You know, he's out. And then, by the way, I love how Anti-Mage plays. He gets for the 3 Wraith Band, but meanwhile, in the mid lane, they are gonna go for the kill. Shadow Shaman survives, get this shackle off. This could be something. No, it's just a level 8 Kuka scaring the crap out of them. Heavenly Grace comes out in time, removes the Frostbite. Ahmed is alive, but Shackle shot misses, and Kuka just runs away with that big pole.
No.
Literally 1 versus 5. They are going for the Crystal Maiden. Finally, thank you God, the Crystal Maiden. She's just gonna be able to run away. Yep, she's gonna be fine. The Chaos Strike on someone else. The Mook is down. Swabby is down as well. Tippy, he's up, but he may not be up for long. Tippy, looks like he might be losing that. The Heavenly Grace times out. That's some damage. Can they actually get the kill? They're diving. It's not even 10. It's not even 10 minutes and they're diving tier 3s. So, oh my God, they lose the Shadow Shaman again. Double
Same
kill.
with the game 1.
Double kill for I. Like you said, I think it might actually even be worse than game 1. It's 13-1 in favor of Brunei.
Could be worse. Could be
You know,
worse.
I feel like Team Brunei is not really on the same page for this game. Like, they reacted on that mid lane and they just straight up died. All
Oh.
of them.
Oh, don't worry, they're not even the same library. You know,
Yeah.
Team Brunei. They're like, guys, are we? They're like, I don't know. I'm over here. You're way over there. But it's not. It's really not their fault, actually. The thing is, when in Dota, when one team is a little bit better than the other team, they look so much better. And this is what happens. Brunei, they're not a bad team. Malaysia, they're just quite a bit
Better
higher.
team, yeah.
They're a better team, and they're a better team, like by quite a bit. You know, like you see their rankings. They're immortals. They're top 100. You look at Brunei. There's divines. It's just not the same, and that's the skill gap here we're seeing. Oh, Shackle shot does land, but it's tickling the Kunkka. He's being tickled. Look at the damage. Shackle shot comes out. That's a lot of damage. Oh, misses the Shackle. I mean, the power shot because he had to move, but they might get a kill on the Kunkka. Kunkka's still alive. They do get a kill on the Shadow Shaman as well as Tippy, and the Mook is down as well. Oh, the power shot missing in the last second. This could be a team fight. Swabby, is he gonna? He might be going to quick death. No, he's alive. Oh man, Cypher's chase doesn't even chase after him. Now they're going for the Ursa. All right, uses the overpower. Sign up. Ember Spirit decides not to dive, showing mercy. Great restraint by Malaysia, only getting 4 kills and not diving the tier 4s yet. Dude.
I feel like this is worse than game number 1.
By the way, Wonder Boy, amazing. Did you see what he did? He used the X mark during the power shot, so the angle changed. Incredible. Namook, I think you might be losing your life. Oh, anti-mage, a bit low HP. Might not go for this. Anti-mage jumps back in. Who am I kidding? He wants to kill Mangaros. He's going for the Chaos Knight. There's the Heavenly Grace, but I don't know if you want to Heavenly Grace that in time. And oh, Ursa jumps in. You came to the wrong neighborhood. Used the in-rage, but I don't think it's going to be enough. They do lose the Ursa as well. Shadow Shaman is dead, and it might. Is it going to be the team wipe we've been waiting for? Oh, he's slow. He's very slow. This anti-mage. Oh, sorry, Omni-Knight. And he actually gets a high.
Last man standing.
They literally high-five him as they kill him. 1 to 23. Malaysia looking absolutely. They're looking crazy this game.
I do agree with you, and again, it all comes down to who's the better team for this game. And the team Malaysia, they might go onto this tier 3 tower. They might siege up on this one, and they're very close to being the representative for the coming CDC. But
oh, well, the shack shot does land, but they might not be enough. Oh, he was trying to use his Phantasm, but couldn't get out in time. Anti-Mage, he's taking a few hits, but I think he just. Oh my god, look at the healing! Holy shit! And Anti-Mage is gonna be fine. Breaks in to the tier 4. He's literally behind tier 3, ladies and gentlemen. It's not even 15 minutes in, but they do bring the kill the Anti-Mage. Shackle comes out, but not gonna be enough. And again, they lose 4 people. Omni-Knight's the only survivor. This what level is this? Oh, he actually is level 6. Does have the ultimate, but just can't get out in time. The itemization from the Brunei side, I don't like it. Like the Ahmed's going for arcane boots. You don't need arcane boots because you're not going to be using all your mana. You know, like you need arcane boots when you're spamming. Fights are long, but just everyone's just dying here.
So unfortunate for Team Brunei, but Chaos Knight is caught up in here as well.
He's gonna be losing. Oh no, actually still alive. No, loses his life. I was just kidding. And Ursa jumps in. Ursa just wants to kill someone. Come on, guys, let the bear kill somebody already. And look at that huge damage from the Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden. She gets 20 armor when she uses her ultimate. Even Ursa can't go against that. And looks like they are gonna get a kill on the Shadow Shaman as well as the Omni. Usually survives. It's not gonna be enough. Crystal Maiden is scaring the Ursa. How often do you see that? Crystal Maiden is actually
only here at DEC.
And we are down to what, 30 kills advantage? Sorry, 29 kills advantage for Malaysia. Oh
and
god.
Also the level gap, you know, the IO 7 is much higher than the Ursa. That's really not going pretty good.
Yeah, actually we haven't even looked at the net worth, but holy crap, the Wind Ranger is 3,700 only. I don't know what to say.
The Crystal Maiden, she's near on the Ursa's net worth.
This is not Crystal Maiden. This is Chad Maiden. You know, this is she's on Chad mode or something. Oh, they're gonna go for more. Ursa Chaos gets the Phantasm off, but it's not gonna be enough. They're gonna lose the Chaos Knight. Ursa's going in. There's ultimate. He's an angry bitch. He's got a billion buffs on, but he loses his life, and it's not gonna matter. And again, GG is called. The
It's much worse than the game number one.
It is in fact a faster game than game one. We don't even reach the 20-minute mark, barely even 15. Basically, Malaysia speed ran their way to Birmingham, in and out in less than 40 minutes to win 2 games. An incredible performance. Like, what are you gonna say? Look at 18-0 and 10 on the Ember Spirit. Oh my, holy, like, wow. I think
He's
Malaysia.
really owning.
I think the itemization from Malaysia is what won them the game. I mean, they won for many reasons, but they went for the quick mech. Look at Ayo. He went for a fluffy hat, 2 bracers on Kunkka, 3 wraith bands on the anti-mage. Just a lot of very stat-heavy items just to survive. You look at Brunei's side; they tried to get arcane boots on their supports when they're like not using mana. Only one guy has bracers. They're not tanky. They just can't live. So a big part of what they lost they just couldn't like tank up. They couldn't live. They just get bursted down in the beginning of every fight.
Yeah, and also Team Malaysia will be representing the Southeast Asia for the Commonwealth Esports Championships on August, and I'm keen to see what are they going to show us if they're going to face off the 7 other teams from different regions. If
Yeah.
well, I think we can give we can be confident with how Team Malaysia plays and how are they going to play on the championships, just because Malaysia is really popular in terms of players.
Mm.
Like you've mentioned earlier, they have so much good players from Malaysia. They have Ex Nova, they have JT.
The
So
Ollie, nothing to
yeah,
say, right? Like, I mean, Malaysian got second place in the last TI, so like we have Malaysia has the caliber to bring it. Brunei, it was a good try, but it's just not quite there for them yet. Hopefully next time it'll go better for them.
yeah, and we hope for the better. We hope for the good for Team Malaysia. Yeah, good luck on the tournament. I think they will be flying to Birmingham, UK.
Yep, so sum up what the tournament is. This is the Commonwealth 2022. We are looking at different regions to see who's going to represent which place. Malaysia just won the first ticket to Birmingham. They're going to be there in the 6th to 7th of August. I'm not going to say my birthday again because I said that too many times, but they're going to be there. They're going to be at the International Convention Center, which is going to be held in Birmingham. We want to shout out to the people who supported this tournament, which is the British Esports Federation, as well as the Business and Tourism Program. Without them, we would not have the Commonwealth Esports tournaments, which we love. We like having third-party tournaments. It's not all the DPC people. There's more to life. There's more to Dota than just the DPC. So it's awesome to see this initiative. And it's awesome to see tournaments where it's one country. Like Malaysia's just Malaysians. In other countries like Finland's just going to be all Finnish players. There's going to be a lot of fun. Although I don't know if Finland is a Commonwealth country. Scratch that. If I said something stupid, ignore it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
We
that is
will.
just we will. I say a lot of things. Just ignore what I say half the time. Just do what my wife does. Pretend I don't exist. That's much better.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
and of course, to all of you, if you want to know more information about this tournament, you can head on to their Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Just search
mm.
for the Commonwealth Esports or at the CGF.
By the way, of course, it's not just going to be Dota 2. There's going to be the eFootball as well as Rocket League. So if you don't, maybe you're like, Dota sucks. In which case, you're wrong, of course. But maybe you don't like Dota. There are other games for you to tune in. In the meantime, though, I think we're done for the day. Malaysia, 2-0. Congratulations to them. Much deserved victory. But we are done. I'm Atomo. Aki, do you have anything you want to say as we're closing out the show?
And I hope you guys liked the games today, and just keep updated on the page on what's going to happen on August for Commonwealth Esports Championship. And thank you so much, guys. This is Aki and Otomo once again, and we wish you a good night, everyone.